Hello, guys. Thank you very much for joining in. Hi, this is Ganesh Naik. I help finance professionals and students to help them to excel in their career. And I also help students who are preparing for FRM and CFA exam. I have with me one of my students who has been able to clear FRM level 1 in his first attempt. And he's going to be talking to us about his journey of preparation, what challenges he faced, and also how was the preparation entirely. Okay, so we have with us Dhruv. So, Dhruv, first of all, thank you very much for joining us and taking time to talk to us. And also, just for the benefit of the audience, if you could give a brief about yourself and brief in the sense when you started your preparation, what were you doing?
Okay, so currently now I am in my last year of bachelor's degree.
Mhm.
So I started the FRM around like in my second year when it was my fourth
Okay.
sem. And I was more fascinated about the finance and I wanted to get into the finance background. And I felt FRM is one of the global certifications and courses to get into. And yeah,
Okay. And what motivated you to go for the exam in the sense, did you spoke to any of your friend who has already given the exam, or what was the trigger point for you to think about it?
so I had talked to several my seniors and some professionals and my relatives as well. They told it is some kind of global validation recognition kind of a course, so it will help
Okay.
you to boost in your career as well.
Okay. Okay. And when you started your preparation, so you must have got the books first, right? And you must have seen the book. So what was your first impression when you saw the book regarding the chapters? What was your first impression?
So I felt like book three was kind of easy, but the quant and that valuation part, I was a bit worried because my statistics is not that good. And I had also problems in mugging up the formulas and solving sums. So I
Okay.
was a bit worried, and I had contacted you like many times. What should I do? I was confused between many other courses, but you told me ki, if you want to do this, then only come to me, or else like don't come to me. Yeah.
So the idea was that if you're clear that you're going for the next May exam, then only we'll start the entire preparation because the confusion and doubt will not lead to any location. So, but when which month you started with us, the lectures and all you and you were a part of the physical lecture that you were taking.
So I guess we started in October end, around 25th of October, and yeah, I started
That was
from
the
the
start,
first lecture. I had also attended your orientation and your demo lecture, I guess.
right? And with respect to the preparation, from that day onwards, did you start properly preparing, or it took some time for you to kickstart the preparation?
It really took some time because I was not able to sit for like hours. Uh, but like in November, December, it started to form that habit of sitting for hours. And yeah,
Okay. And this was your first competitive exam?
yes, it was my first competitive exam.
So what was your approach? What were you thinking?
I
Because
had really asked many like people like how to attempt MCQs, how to go for any competitive exams, but the main thing was you need to just hold yourself and try your best. There is nothing like everyone was giving their personal experiences and I was like confused a lot, but then I just tried to be myself and I gave this exam.
okay. And when you started your preparation, so what was the order that you were following? Was it the same order that I was going and doing the lectures, or was it your own different reading?
Like on weekdays, you had allotted to watch these many videos, and
Mhm.
on weekends, I used to attend your classes where I
Right.
used to get kind of a revision while attending, and you used to solve our doubts. So, yeah, I used to follow your plan, which you had given.
Okay. And when you started with us, what was the average number of hours that you were spending on your own for the preparation?
Uh, so, it was like around 1 2 hours. There were days also that I was not able to study. I was not.
Mhm.
able to open my laptop and sit for a while. But eventually, it was around 1 2 hours daily.
1 2 hours daily. Okay. You started with that from November itself, 1 2 hours
Yes,
daily.
sir.
And you were doing it along with your college prep. Okay. What was the major challenge that you faced in terms of
Major.
your entire preparation?
So I was having many clashing exams and vivas during my FRM lectures. I was not able
Mhm.
to manage college side by side. And of course, it was my first competitive exam, and it was really something like I had never seen the syllabus about valuations, how FNO works, and how practically things work. I had no idea. So yeah,
Okay. So basically, everything was new to you, and also the exam pattern of competitiveness was also you had never given because in college generally we prepare say 1 week before the exam or we just read the content and go for the exam. So obviously that could not happen over here. So my next question would be what was the time that you completed your first reading of the entire curriculum?
first reading of like all the chapters.
All chapters you had seen everything once.
It would be around March mid because I was going with you only like side by side.
Mhm.
I completed it around March and my exam was in May.
So because our portion got completed in March end, right? And
Yes,
so you were watching the video and you were slightly ahead of me in terms of completing the content,
yes.
right? And the next part, when did you complete your solving of the question map? Because I know you face certain challenge in this. So what we want to hear, what are the challenges that happened and when did you complete entire solving?
So I had not started solving like question banks other than book three. Around
Mhm.
April first week, I was having my college exam still first week of April, and after that I was like, there are lots of questions to solve and lot of things left. So my first quiz ended around 50th of April, and yeah, I had contacted
Okay.
you that time, like, how should I go?
So basically, by the end of March, you had completed your reading, watching of video, and book three question bank, chapter wise
Not
questions.
completely, not completely. Book three, I was like comfortable with the comfortable with the concepts, but I had not completed my question banks.
Sorry, we missed that. There was some internet issue.
I
Can
was
you repeat?
comfortable with the concepts, but I had not solved like the whole question bank. I had not solved that book three question bank completely. I
Okay.
had started it around 6th or 7th of April.
Okay. So when the college exam got over and you started solving, was there a panic?
Yes, a lot. I contacted you. You told me कि whichever chapters are left or you feel difficult, go for them first. Like just sit for whole day. How many days are left? Like give 3 4 exams a day. Like now you are free, so you can just do whole day. So yeah.
Okay. And then when you completed your entire question bank, which date roughly?
So I had completed my first quiz around 15th of April. My second, I had not gone for third quiz. I gave quizzes which I was not comfortable with. I gave second quiz and I did it up till 25th or 26th of April. I had targeted that I will give mocks on these dates. So like जितने quiz हो रहा है like कर दूंगा. Yeah.
So you solved chapter wise question for all the chapters or only
No, no,
specific?
no. I had not solved all the chapter-wise questions or sectional tests also.
Okay. Okay. Now, how many mock papers did you solve?
I solved two mock papers properly by setting up time and all.
Mhm.
And
And what was the average score that you got in those mock papers?
in first mock, I had got 47, and in second mock, it was around 53.
And when you gave these two mock exam, what was the status of your mind in terms of whether you will be able to clear the exam?
I was firstly, I was afraid ki I had set that benchmark ki I need to get 55 to like pass. So I was a bit worried, but yeah, again I had called you for that also.
Okay, so now when you went to the exam on the day of the exam, what happened in the first 1 hour of the exam?
So, so when I started my exams, there were no such difficult questions. I felt that they were moderate, but in between,
Mhm,
I felt like there was some kind of pattern. Like I was getting same answer, same C option in answers. So I was like afraid ki if I'm doing something wrong or what. So yeah, I didn't get any tough questions in like starting. But they
mhm,
were lengthy, but I was able to eliminate two of the options. And
mhm.
yeah,
And how many theory, how many calculation questions were there?
I guess there were 75% theory and 25% sums
And the
practical.
25% questions, the calculation question, how
Yeah,
much were difficult and how many were easy for you?
like 10, 15 were difficult. And there were few
Okay,
questions where you can just plug and just get the answers. If you know the formula, you would select the option pretty easily.
okay. And what about the 75 theory? What was the bifurcation that you felt that this much is easy, this much is difficult?
Well, there were easy questions, but in between there were few questions in which I used to get like confused between two options. And
Mhm.
yeah, there were questions which were easy as well. So I just tried solving them and tried to give them more time. Yeah.
Okay. And overall, you were able to complete everything in that 4 hours time?
Yes, I was able to complete in that 4 hours.
That there was no problem.
Because
Okay.
I had given mocks, and in mocks, I was like horrible in managing my time. So I had some ideas and some targets to complete how many questions and how to leave questions. I had that kind of idea.
Okay, perfect. And optional elimination was also done heavily in the exam.
Sorry.
The option elimination. So, did you solve a lot of questions only using option elimination?
I had that habit of like eliminating the options. I was not able to select direct which is the answer. Yeah, I was going through that option elimination only.
Okay, okay. And now, when you came out of the exam, what was the number in your mind that I will get 70, I'll get 80? What was that number?
There was no such number in my mind. Firstly, I was not able to like predict what is going to happen. I was like completely shocked. I was not having any kind of idea ki if I will pass or anything. I was like, because there were more theory kind of questions, then how will you know that you have ticked those questions right? So I was not sure about what is going to happen.
Okay, okay, okay. Now, when the result came in, you got 1332, you cleared the exam, and you were the first one to call me on that day when the results are out. So, what is the feeling from family, friends, and all everything? How is it?
So firstly, I have not told much of my friends or the people I know, but it feels good. It feels like some kind of validation you get, like something you have done. It feels good. Yeah.
Wonderful. 1332 is a very good score. Obviously, book two and book three you got slightly lower, but the important part is that you have been able to clear the exam. Now, if somebody asks you, okay, that okay, give me three tips on how to prepare for FRM, what would be those three tips from your side?
Okay, so there will be days you might not be able to sit for hours. So it's okay if you are not able to study every day. There will be days like you are not able to study. So don't push yourself, don't force yourself. Just do what you feel good. Uh, Second thing is that if you are able to connect dots between the books and the chapters, it would be easy during test or during revision time. It would help to imagine how things work. And third thing would be uh, there will be people, or there will be like some kind of demotivation. There will be ups and downs. There is no such standardized path, and just do what you feel right and just keep doing. There will be problems, as I also had in mugging up the formulas. So yeah, just stick to the basic plan and you might pass.
Perfect, perfect. So wonderful, Dhruv. I mean, this conversation is going to be very motivational, especially for college students who feel that I do not have any background, anything, and I will be able to, how I will be able to clear the exam. So you have been able to put your effort consistently. There was a time when the college exams were there and you were not able to manage things, but still you put down, you didn't stop. On the 1st of April, from there, the efforts were very high, and I think so that helped you to clear the exam. So, and I'm sure this interview will help a lot of students to prepare properly for the exam in the future also. So, thank you very much for joining in, and thank you
Thank
very
you
much for
for
taking out
inviting.
time and talking, yeah, talking to us.
Thank you so for inviting.
Yeah.